Hey, what is going on, everybody? Fallen Prime here, and today I am bringing you an NHL 17 beta video. It is my final impressions video of the beta that has been out for about the past week or so. While you guys are watching it, you'll see some gameplay of the online versus and EA Sports Hockey League going on in the background. So to start, I'm going to talk about what I thought was wrong, kind of felt off, or what could be worked on, and then I'm going to go into what was good, what was successful, and kind of what actually surprised me. So let's get right into it. Overall, my impression of the beta was very, very good. Definitely was not expecting what I played, so I was really impressed with that. There's actually only a few small things I noticed that could be worked on that was a little off. In general, the mechanics were actually really good. They definitely added some new mechanics, which we'll go into a little bit later on. But the first thing I noticed that was a little off was the poke checking. I just felt like it was really kind of like overpowered. I know more or less in EA Sports Hockey League, the computers would pretty much like instantly poke check you. Like you could sometimes barely even get a deke off or anything without them poking the puck off your stick right away. I just felt like it was really overpowered, that their poke checks were so on point, and that they would just kind of not necessarily spam it, but there was just a lot of stick play and a lot of poke checking, and I just felt like the poke checking was just a little overpowered, and that they could probably lower that a little bit. And going along with the AIs, I just noticed that over the past few years that they had EA Sports Hackers, they feel like they make the computers a little too stupid. You know, I just feel like they need to kind of make the computers a little bit smarter, not like too much, but you know, I feel like they don't know the basics. The computers, like, you know, if I'm on a power play, the other team dumps it down in my zone, I'm going to get the puck on the left side because I'm playing left defense. The computer who's playing right defense will come all the way over to my left side and take the puck from me as the computer sees me chasing it. You know, something like that, that should not happen. If you see me playing lefty going to get the puck, why are you, as a computer, on right defense, coming to my left side to get the puck? Like, basic things like that, positioning, like, that should not happen. And then, like, you know, if you're in your defensive zone and you're playing defense and I'm playing lefty, let's say, the puck's in the corner, I'm trying to get the puck. The right D should be in the front of the net watching that passing lane, watching the slot. And then vice versa. If he's in the right, he should be in the right corner playing right defense, and I should be in the slot watching the passing lane. And I just feel like things like that they don't have put into the game yet, and that would definitely make it a lot easier having computers play their positions properly. Like, that's just kind of frustrating, because sometimes that's what caused them to like give up a goal, or you know, when guys coming on a breakaway goes right past my defenseman and the defenseman doesn't try to stick lift, try to dive at him or anything. He just watches him skate by, and usually they end up scoring. So like little things like that for the computer, they definitely could make a little bit smarter, at least when the AI kind of thing, or at least make it more situational, make them smarter depending on the situation. So I guess that's like probably the one concern about AIs, I would say, is should be worked on. Another thing I noticed that could be, I guess, modified, we'll say, is the penalties. I noticed a lot of penalties were not being called with at least in the EA Sports Hockey League. I know I got away with a lot of clearly interference penalties, and I know that me and my friends would also get hit without the puck, and it was clearly interference. So, I mean, obviously it's like awesome when you get away with it. It's like, wow, I got away with that. That's like ridiculous. And then when it happens to you, you complain and ask where's the penalty, and you know, you can't really do that because it's happening on both sides. So hopefully they will look into that and fix that to make sure that all the penalties are kind of called properly, and that they're not letting at least clearly obvious interference calls get away. Hopefully they will look into that. I think the last thing I would have a concern with is like the deking system. I noticed, you know, in NHL 13 and 16, at least in EA Sports Hockey League, you know, you would just tap left bumper or your left L1 if you're on PlayStation and move your right stick, and your guy would execute a deke depending on whatever way you push your right stick. And I noticed in this game you had to hold left bumper down to finish, or L1 to finish your deke, which I guess makes more sense because you need to follow through with the full motion, which is nice. But I noticed that some of the dekes were not working really. Like, I know there was a few, I don't really exactly know which ones, but I know there were 2 or 3 where I would actually hold down the left bumper for me all the way till I followed through with the deke, and my guy would never have the puck. You know, I tried with multiple different characters, or player types, sorry, and I noticed that that same deke was just not working. It was not going through. So hopefully they'll notice that they'll probably get a feedback about that and that they can make that change. I think that's about it for the negatives. Just wanted to touch up on the poke checking penalties and AIs and deking. So I'm pretty sure that's it for negatives. But going to the positives, overall it was really good. The gameplay mechanics are definitely a lot better. It feels a lot more realistic, that is for sure. The audio that they added in is really cool. You know, if a stick hits the glass or the puck hits the glass or hits the boards in a certain way, I noticed they definitely implemented more realistic audio to the game, to say the least. They made it a lot more realistic sounding, which is nice. I noticed when I was going through different goal horns that they made the goal horns more realistic to match the teams, which is on this game is probably has the best goal horns for each team compared to any other game, so that's really nice to see that happening in there. You know, Hockey Ultimate Team, they didn't really do too much changes, and I know they added a few new little features, such as, like, I believe the online season's new, the synergy I believe is new. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I believe those are new. I never really played too much Hockey Ultimate Team, but I played a lot more in this game, but I noticed they definitely didn't really change a whole much, or too much in it, because I'm pretty sure they didn't need to. But the one thing they definitely did a lot, probably put majority of their time in, was the EA Sports Hockey League. For those of you who don't, or who hasn't played NHL 16, you know, there's not much customization. You get to create your guy, that's about it. And I think the game that had EA Sports Hockey before this was NHL 13, and you're able to create your jerseys. But that's about it. But in this game, you can literally have your own arena and customize every little thing in your arena. You know, the color of the netting, the stairs, the railway, the goal horn, goal song, arena presentation. Basically everything possible you could want to customize, you can in this EA Sports Hockey League. And you get to create your own goal. You can have your own goal celebration for your guy, which is cool. That's all new. But the thing is, you have to unlock all that stuff at certain club levels and player levels, which is nice because it makes you feel rewarded for what you're doing. So you're definitely getting rewarded for the time and effort you're putting into it, which is awesome. And I think that's great that they put that in there, having your own arena, so that when you play a home game, you actually like feel like, yeah, this is my home arena. Like, you know, it's a really incredible thing that they did. They definitely put a lot of time and effort into it, and I think a lot of people are happy with that. They probably miss having that customization, so it's great to see that they added it back, but on a whole higher scale. So I'm really impressed with that. Overall, like I said, I was really impressed with the beta. Very, very well done. Hopefully they can fix some of these little bugs and things, and hopefully it'll be good for the time it releases in about a month or so. But other than that, no, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. There will be plenty of more NHL videos to come out when the actual game comes out. Those are my thoughts on what was good and what was wrong with the beta. So for those of you that played the beta, go ahead and let me know what you thought of the beta in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you guys thought of it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. See you guys.